Yomimon. Son of Africa, Schweitzer. There was a boy named Albert Schweitzer. He was clever and he loved music. Young Schweitzer often played wrestling with his friends. One day, Schweitzer had a fight with a friend who was bigger than him.
Hooray! I won! If I eat meat soup all the time like you will be no match for me.
What the friend said shocked Schweitzer.
I see. He is poor and can't eat as well as I do.
Schweitzer felt sorry for his friends. Since then, Schweitzer hasn't eaten meat soup. Years after, Schweitzer entered Strasbourg University. While studying philosophy and theology in college, he also performed as an organist. Schweitzer was educated in music by Widor, the most famous organist and professor in Paris.
Schweitzer, you're a very good organist. Besides, your opinion on Bach is very interesting. Why don't you write a book about what you think?
At his teacher's suggestion, Schweitzer published a book called Bach. This book is still considered as one of the must-read books for people who study music. At that time, Schweitzer earned a PhD in philosophy and a PhD in theology, and was a lecturer in college and a pastor at St. Nicholas Church. Schweitzer lived an occupied life in comfort and affluence, being praised and admired by many people. Then one day, he made a momentous decision.
Let's go to Africa. I'll go and treat those who suffer from diseases and build a hospital there.
But a lot of people around him tried to stop him.
Don't be crazy! You can't simply leave all the teaching, pasture, and music you've enjoyed behind. That's absurd! It's vanity of sort, trying to avoid reality in such a manner.
But Schweitzer replied,
I think devotion to others can lead to a more valuable life, capable of achieving more. I made this decision when I was 21. To study learning and practice art for my enrichment, and then serve others from the age of 30. Now that I'm 30 years old, I'm going to live a life of service.
Schweitzer entered medical school again. He studied medicine for 7 years, got a doctor's license, and left to Lambaréné, Africa with his wife. Schweitzer's wife also had a beautiful mind. She agreed with her husband, and so received training as a nurse. Honey, what should we do? There are no buildings here that can be used as a hospital.
Well, we have no choice but to start medical service in this condition.
At that time, there were no medical facilities in Africa. So, Mr. and Mrs. Schweitzer renovated the hen house and used it as a doctor's office. There were still more hardships to overcome.
My God, Apolla, please lift this man's curse.
When Africans got sick, they believed it was under God's curse, so they would go to the shaman and do the ritual rather than go to the hospital. So even though it's a disease that can be easily cured, they make it worse by missing the optimal time for medical treatment. The henhouse clinic has become a valuable place to save lives for such people of Africa.
Dr. Schweitzer is an angel from heaven.
Schweitzer became a friend to the people in Africa by being a doctor who cured diseases, and a missionary who delivered the word of God, and a friend who was close to them. He had many difficulties, but he was able to overcome them with a firm faith, a strong will, and his family's love. Schweitzer's incredible sacrifice and service touched the world, and he finally won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1952. Someone asked Schweitzer,
Were you genuinely happy?
Schweitzer answered,
In my life, I sacrificed nothing and had no despair. True happiness came from the act of working with no expectation of compensation.
At the age of 90, Schweitzer passed away in Lambaréné, Africa, and was sent off by his African friends who believed in him and loved him. Although Schweitzer isn't around us, his amazing sacrifice and love still moves many people all over the world.